Hey there, Aquarius. Welcome to your end of the year reading for the end of 2024. We're going to look at how you can make the most of the rest of the year. So these are just going to be, actions you can take, things you can do to get the most out of the year so that it doesn't slip away from you. You have this time is up card. It says no second chances, no revisiting. There's something better waiting. You have this tears of remorse card. It says make peace with regrets and allow the past to guide your actions in the future. One thing I will say before I keep talking is that a lot of people have had these cards that have said like time is up or something very similar to that. And so, this could be a time where we're kind of like going through an energetic portal and, where we kind of have to like leave some things behind, or we have to, release some things from the past so that we can step into our new life. And, I feel that for a lot of you here, that you could be kind of like leaving something behind. You start with the star card, which is amazing. This is you, Aquarius. And it's coming up in your just current general energies, your first position. So for a lot of you, you're showing up in a position of power and strength. Whenever you show up as yourself, it puts you in a position of power and strength. Focus is another word that comes up quite a bit, has come up quite a bit in these readings. And the star is all about focusing on your star. Having a star is like having a North Star, having like some big goal, wish, or dream, or just something you want to accomplish. It could be anything. It could be having a business. It could be having a family. It could be, whatever you see your ultimate life being. And the star says you need to make that your focus and make it happen. And so for a lot of you, I feel like this is very good. Your crossing energy is the tower, which is actually pretty good because you have the star here. And so, when we have the tower and the star says that you are healing from a tower moment. So the crossing energy looks to me like a past tower moment. Even your first two cards are this time is up card, no second chances, and the tears of remorse card, which says make peace with the past. And I'm summarizing both of those cards. But, this could say that you have healed from a past tower moment, and now it's time to move forward. We see a lot of forward movement in this reading. Judgment, Eight of Wands, even the Death card. So for a lot of you, I feel this tower is saying that, a great thing for you to do at this time would be to make peace with the past and, kind of move forward in the new reality. The whole point of the tower is that these people have been ignoring reality, and now they're being brought back down to reality. So a lot of you could be doing that. In the area of your thoughts, you have the Eight of Pentacles. So thinking about work and, this area of the reading is like kind of what's on your mind. And the Eight of Pentacles, he is trying to master a craft. So he is almost done. He only has one more pentacle right here. I kind of feel like some of you are like wondering when you are going to get better results for the work that you do. He's just doing the work. And, I always say that Eight of Pentacles represents material success on the horizon. So it means that there could be more money coming in for you in the future, but maybe it's like not here yet. But I do feel that a lot of you are putting more work into things, and it's like you're kind of wondering, like, when is the bigger result going to come in for you? One thing that I really love about the reading as well is that you go to another 8. So 2 8s is very positive, and you have the Eight of Wands, which is, positive forward progress coming in for you. So a lot of you could be making a lot of progress at the end of the year. In the area of your foundation, you have the Judgment card. Judgment is about waking up to a new life. These coffins represent their old life, and their higher self angel is calling them out into a new life. So a lot of you could be needing to make a transformation or have a transformation so that you can step into a new life. And we go Eight of Wands, Death. Death is very similar. It's about releasing the past and stepping into something new. Eight of Wands is your focus as well, and we'll talk more about that in a second. But the Eight of Wands is also, kind of rapid progress or moving forward very quickly. So I feel for a lot of you, it's like the faster you accept the new reality, the better. And really, that's what the reading is saying. It's like saying the faster you accept this new reality, the better things are going to be for you. Next, in the area of the past, the past position represents the energy that you are moving past. You have this moon dance, it says celebration. You have this dark side of the moon, it says mystery on it. So a lot of you maybe you have 2 cards. I actually didn't see the other one, but a lot of you maybe you have that card that says no revisiting the past. You have these regrets, this remorse. So it's like some of you might be having a hard time, or you had a hard time releasing something from the past, and it could be because of a mystery. It's like, obviously, if you go through like a breakup or a separation, and if the person didn't leave you with answers, it's kind of like hard to move forward because you don't have any answers, right? I would say that the good news is that I kind of feel like you are, even if you still don't have answers, I feel like you don't care anymore. You have the Eight of Swords and the Strength card, and this would say, the Eight of Swords is self-imposed restriction or keeping yourself stuck. The Strength card is working on yourself, and that's kind of what I feel some of you have done in the past, is that, if you were in a situation where you really didn't get closure or you really weren't sure what happened in a situation, it's almost like you took that time to develop your own strength. She is taming this lion, and she has her hands in that lion's mouth. And the lion represents her inner voice, her inner critic, her inner demons, and she is the one that's taking control. So I kind of feel pretty good about this. I feel that, maybe there were some mysteries. Maybe it kept you stuck, like the Eight of Swords, for a little bit of time. But now I feel like you are kind of moving forward, or you have finally set yourself free here. And even your next cards, you have the Skunk card, which says conflict avoidance, discretion, and lunar energy. But the Skunk card can also be about you being very strong, like having inner strength. You have this Meerkat. It says group dynamics, discussion, and effective leadership. So I feel for a lot of you that you kind of like have learned your own worth over time. This is, by the way, this is coming up in the area of your very near future. So in the very near future, I feel you are kind of like much more sure of yourself. I feel like you're much more, you've built a lot of like confidence, and, I feel this is going to be a good thing for you. I also feel that, decisiveness is going to be important for you as well. I'm getting something about that. I keep seeing these D words. You have discretion and discussion, but I keep reading them as decisiveness. So, and that could be because of this Eight of Wands. I feel that there could be something that, like a choice or a decision that you need to make, that you need to be decisive on. The Eight of Wands is decisive action, and the Eight of Wands is also quick action, but we also have like some decent bold energy here with the Emperor. The Emperor makes a choice and he sticks with it and he makes it happen, right? So if you have your eye on doing anything in your life, I feel that being very sure of yourself is what the Eight of Wands wants you to do. I always say with the Eight of Wands as well that this is my card of like creating a slip and slide in life, like smoothing out any friction or any resistance that you are experiencing, removing resistance, making things more even or whatever you want to call it, would be a very good idea with the Eight of Wands. So I think for a lot of you that kind of like evening things out in your life, or if there are any things that are causing friction, that would be a good move to make before the end of the year with the Eight of Wands. I also feel this is an amazing card for socializing, so it might be an amazing time for you to socialize and like meet new people. Next, at the for your last row here, you have this disseminated moon. It says take time to breathe out. You also have this new moon in Leo. It says confidence is key. It says confidence is key to your success. So we literally said that just a second ago with that Skunk card, and I feel that developing your confidence, or tapping into your inner confidence that you have developed, is going to be very important for you. With that, take time to breathe. You end with the Empress, and the Empress is all about self-care, taking care of yourself, healing yourself. So I feel anything you can do to nurture yourself and take care of yourself is going to be extra beneficial. Over the next few months, you have the Four Cups. Four Cups could be you receiving an offer. The thing with the Four Cups is, it's a card of contemplation and apathy. He has accepted 3 offers before, and he was disappointed, and now he's getting this new offer in his life. It could be for anything, and he is thinking that he doesn't want to take it because he doesn't want to be disappointed again. And again, I feel like some of you could be receiving an offer, and I would look at it closer. The Four Cups reminds us that we have all the ingredients for success in front of us, these 3 cups. It's like, imagine he's trying to manifest a cake. He has the flour, the sugar, the eggs. He just needs to mix it all together and pop it in the oven. So same thing with like whatever this offer could be. If it's love, It's like maybe you have had challenging experiences in love, but you learned things from those experiences. So mix it all together and apply it to the next connection. Same thing with work or business or whatever it is that you do day to day. It's like look at all the things you learned. I'm a big fan, and I talk about it all the time, of getting the gold from the things you've been through. I am convinced that everything we go through, every negative thing that we go through, is meant to teach us something. And what it teaches us, the lesson that we learned, is the gold that we can get from the situation. So I think you really need to make sure that you're looking at the lessons. Next, in the area of your closest relationships, you have the Emperor. You definitely could be attracting an Emperor. I mean, you have the Emperor and the Empress. These readings aren't really meant to represent love, because these readings are the next moves that you could make before the end of the year to get the most out of the year. But what I would say is love could be one of those moves that you're making before the end of the year. And it definitely could be like an Emperor and Empress that you're attracting into your life. This could also be about taking control of your friend group or the people that you spend time with, right? And a lot of people have had this message at the end of the year, or something similar, like not exactly this message, but I would say that there seems to be a common thread of really needing to be decisive and make sure that you're surrounding yourself with people that lift you up. The old cliche is that you are the sum total of the 5 people that you spend the most time with, and I feel that the Emperor is really kind of saying that. It's like saying that the things in your environment, the things that you surround yourself with, are really going to kind of make you who you are at the end of the year here. So make sure that you're surrounding yourself with positive relationships. And that doesn't even have to be people. That could be projects or things that you're working on. We have a relationship to the things that we do. So you might want to look at all the things you're doing and make sure that all the things you're doing are kind of lifting you up or bringing you closer, to a goal, wish, or dream. Next, you have the Death card. The Death card, of course, is a big transformation. This is coming up in the area of your future feelings. I kind of feel like you're just ready for a change. I feel like you're ready to evolve and grow. I feel like you're just ready for something new in your life. And I'm really not getting much here on this card. It's just like saying to you, that you're just ready for something different. And I feel like you're ready to evolve. Your outcome is the Empress, which is amazing, of course. This would be total abundance, total success, good things coming in for you. As far as an action you can take before the end of the year, the Empress, again, would have to do with friction. She does not have to work very hard to get this wheat to grow in front of her. And so she is more focused on like long-term projects. I always like to say, like, maybe if she's starting something in like work or business, there might be a lot of like upfront work, but after that it should be easy. So she's more focused on creating things in work, business, or just all areas of her life where she can do the work once, and then maybe there is just like maintenance mode after that, right? And I'm a big fan of this right now, especially with Uranus and still being in Taurus. And this is what I would focus on for the past 4 years or so, even earlier, when Uranus moved into Taurus is when I really started doubling down on things where, maybe there's a lot of upfront work, but after that, it's kind of like maintenance mode. There isn't like a grind that is involved in it. And she doesn't grind, right? She doesn't, she's not grinding her face off every single day, like struggling to make $1, right? All she has to do is wave that scepter. And so again, that might be something you want to think about. Like, and this goes for anything that you're working on. It could say like, is there a way to set something up so that it kind of maintains itself and doesn't require too much effort? And that's what I would look at. With the Star and the Tower, you have the Emperor. So we have the Emperor twice here. Again, this could be you really taking control of your life just in general, because you are the Star. The Emperor is kind of like an energy of bossing up, which I feel like I said this to you in a recent reading as well, that it really seems like you are bossing up. Like, I think you're taking control in the sense that you are, taking responsibility for your life and making things happen. Even the Strength card pretty much says the same thing. And we have this other card that says confidence is your key to success. So, I think this is more like inner confidence that you have in yourself, and that could be the thing that's leading to the most growth or success. It could also be love, and it could be a surprise. With the Eight of Pentacles, you have the Five of Swords. This would actually be pretty good as well. The Five of Swords, as far as advice is concerned, can represent taking a risk. And so there might be a risk that you're taking in work or business. And I feel like whatever this risk is going to be very important. For those of you that have a business, I see you like adding something on to your business or it's like you're adding another responsibility. And I don't think this is, but again, it's probably not going to be a struggle, right? It's going to be, I feel like this is almost like you're adding on an enhancement, something that's going to enhance your business or take it to the next level. You could even be doing this. The other thing is you could be doing this if you just have a job. Like you could be enhancing yourself. A strength card. Strength is all about working on yourself. So you could be going, the risk you could be taking is like going and getting a certification or, asking for a raise or promotion. It's like that's the type of risk that I would take with this card. I feel it would be very much worth it. With the Judgment card, you have the Eight of Cups. Yeah, just walking away from things that no longer serve you. I really feel we're in a time where, it's kind of boring, but whatever, I'll say it. I think we're in a time where we have to change our story, especially the fixed signs. Like now is the time where if there is a story that you have been living, like if you've been on the hamster wheel for too long, like now would be the time to walk away from the things that are causing the hamster wheel. Now would be the time to eliminate the things that are holding you back. And this could be like habits, people, places, things, could be pretty much anything. And I think that if you just invited like even a tiny little bit of discipline into your life, it would probably change your life. And I kind of feel like that's what this is talking about. It's interesting that we have two eights here and two eights here. So the 8 energy is very positive. With the Strength card and the Eight of Swords, you have 4 eights. You have all 4 eights, like in a square. You have the 5 Wands. So this could be something that you were conflicted on. This could also be a decision that you couldn't make. And, I always say that if you can't make a decision, the answer is no decision. So there might be like some sort of connection to the past where you're like thinking about something from the past, like a person or something that you gave up on or whatever. But I also feel that that in that situation, whatever it was, it's like maybe you couldn't make up your mind, but sometimes that's the answer. Like sometimes no answer is the answer. If it's not a hell yes, it's a hell no, as Mark Manson says, right? So I actually think he uses the F word. So whichever you prefer. But I would say right here that sometimes if it's not a hell yes, it's a hell no. And I kind of feel that's what's going on there. With the Eight of Wands, you have the Star again, which is amazing. And it's even better that the Star also comes up after the Tower here. But the Star, Star twice says you're really present in this reading. The Star, this could also be you moving very quickly towards your dream or towards a dream that you have. Like I said, the Eight of Wands is quick success, but we have to remove friction on the journey. If we encounter resistance, we have to overcome that resistance so that we can accomplish our dream with the Star card. With the Four of Cups, you have the Ace of Pentacles. Yes, I'm telling you right now, I feel that over the next few months, between now and the end of the year, there could be a really good opportunity that's showing up for you, but I feel also that you have to accept it. The Four of Cups, he's not really accepting the opportunity. The Ace of Pentacles is something that has a lot of potential. Potential means nothing. Potential means what you put into something is what you're going to get out of it. So, and the Ace of Pentacles can be something amazing. And I always say the Ace of Pentacles normally has a garden in front of it, and we have to treat the Ace of Pentacles like a garden. We have to water it, feed it, fertilize it, give it sunlight. So we really have to nurture this into existence. And again, if you're going to accept this opportunity, I would really nurture it. With the Emperor, you have 2 cards. Again, you have the Eight of Pentacles and the Six of Pentacles. Really good. If you are attracting love, I love these 2 cards because the Eight of Pentacles would say that you're attracting a person who really wants to put the work in. And the Six of Pentacles is equal give and take. So, I feel for a lot of you could be attracting something where there's just better give and take in the connection, which would be great. This could also be you focusing more on your relationship to things. Like you could be more focusing on being in relationships, and not just love or people, but also your relationship to things. And you could be more focused on quality relationships to everything. And that's really popping into my head here. So, again, when we focus on less but more quality, then usually things improve. And that's definitely what that looks like. With the Death card, you have the Ace of Cups. Yeah, we have 2 aces. 2 aces is a definite yes to any question that I haven't answered. Ace of Cups is your emotions overflowing. So I feel like you will be very happy if you accept your new life. With the Empress, you have the 2 Wands. Yeah, 2 Wands about taking the lead, getting out into the world. And remember what I said, it's like I kind of feel like some of you are about to step into like a life that is much different than you thought you would be living or something. I feel like I just said the same thing to Capricorn. So if you have Capricorn in your chart, which some of you might, or if you're like a Cap rising or something, I would definitely go watch the Capricorn reading. But it's like the Two Wands. Normally that guy is standing at the top of his castle. He has a limited worldview. He's just standing where he is, but he has a whole world in his hands. And so it kind of suggests a big world change for you. And there could be a big change here. You have this eye card. It says psychic ability, trust your intuition. We are in a very intuitive time as well. So, you could find yourself being very intuitive. You have this nest card. It says an emotionally secure, loving family is important to you. So you always get a lot of family stuff with me, I'm pretty sure. And so a lot of you could be more focused on family. You have this handshake card. It says a meeting with a stranger could be important. Yes, Eight of Wands. Eight of Wands is a social card. So I think that I'm pretty sure I said this at the beginning of the reading. I think it would be an amazing time for you to socialize or to spend extra time socializing. You never know. You could meet a person who gives you an opportunity or who falls in love with you or whatever. And so I would get out into the world. The star has to be seen. You have the star twice. It's like if you're a star in your own home, no one can see your light. So you have to be in the world. Same thing with the Empress. You have this haystack card. It says karma. You will reap what you have sown. We have this Libra eclipse on October 2nd. So definitely could be a time of karma. There could be karmic rewards or just good things coming in for you. And finally, you have this door card. It says opportunities are waiting for you. You cannot make this up. You have, that Ace of Pentacles. This could be an opportunity that's right in front of you, and I would definitely accept it. You have that time is up card, and, I would never encourage anyone to rush into anything, but, again, if you get an opportunity, I wouldn't, sit around and think about it for too long. That's definitely what this is saying. But really good reading. This is actually probably one of the better readings that anyone's had, so I like it. But thank you for being here, and definitely enjoy your year.